What's up, guys? Cipher Pol 808 back again, and we are here for some more One Piece action. Man, it is a good weekend to be a One Piece fan. We got a new episode coming out, a new chapter dropped, and One Piece Film Red just came out in U.S. theaters. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. I got a schedule to go check it out, but let's jump into this brand new chapter. So One Piece chapter 1065, entitled "The Six Faces of Vegapunk." All right, so we're gonna see the main face of Vegapunk, or are we going to see some Cipher Pol? What are you guys feeling? Do you think we're going to see some clashing between the Strawhats and, Lucci them and Kaku? Or are we going to just get some, explanation? Are we going to go back? Are we going to see what's going on with Blackbeard and Law and his crew? Do you guys think that Law is going to be able to, handle Blackbeard's two devil fruits? I know he said his guys have the advantage in the water, but I don't know, man. Blackbeard, especially with his, darkness fruit and canceling out devil fruits, like, our boy Law might be in some serious trouble. And the question is, if he gets into trouble, will Luffy find out? And if he finds out, will Luffy go and try and save him, even though their alliance is over? Like, to Luffy, that's still his friend, you know what I mean? So, alright, guys, let's see what the cover page got. Oh, okay, so it looks like we got, Luffy and Uta on the cover of Shonen Jump right there. Looking good. And then let's see. Okay, yep, we're advertising One Piece Film Red right there. We got Gear 5 Luffy. We got Shanks. Alright, looks like we got a lot of people. We got Kobe, Zoro, Franky, Usopp, Beckman, Yasop. Damn, I forget some of the other guys on the crew, but once I go see Film Red, I'll probably know what their names are. But anyways, let's jump in. All right, so first panel, we see, the big workshop for Vegapunk. Says Punk Records. Says Lab Stratum Egghead, the island of the future. The reason they stayed off the ship, or they stayed on the ship. The way I see it, when it comes to a government island, you got to think about who's going to be around to bail them out if they get caught. All right, so Zoro using some of his, vice captain skills right there. Maybe he just didn't want to get lost, but let's see. And then we got Brook. What's he got to say? So it says, he starts laughing. He's like, I was thinking the same thing. Would you care for some tea? All right, and then, okay, next panel, right off the bat, first thing, we got Caribou right here. What does this man got to say? And he's like, excuse me, sir, excuse me. And then they're like, wait, you're still here? He's like, hold on, just give me a moment. He's like, I know our deal was to drop me off anywhere away from Wano, but he's like, yo, don't drop me on a government island. Like, that's messed up. Alright, so what does Zoro got to say? He's like, I heard you helped our captain out. Appreciate it. See you around. Alright, he's like, yeah, you helped us out. There's your ride. Okay, see ya. And he's like, no, damn it, you jerks. I'll remember this. Alright, so we got to remember that, Caribou is actually kind of an important character right now, as far as, he knows about the location of Pluton. He knows about Shirahoshi being Poseidon. So that's 2 out of 3 weapons that this man knows about. And he's not even like, a main pirate. So what do we got next? Okay, so we're going to the lab right now. It says Vegapunk, and then someone's over there like, whoa. And they're like, oh, the stairs are moving. Oh, they got escalators going around here. Let's see. We got Franky in the background. Or, yep, he's looking up, going where they're going. And they're like, new steps are sprouting. Okay, so they're just like amazed right now. They're like, oh my god, what is this? And they're like, it's powered. He's like, you could say the whole island runs on fire. Alright, so maybe that statement has some significance. Why would the whole island run on fire? Alright, next one. Okay, so we see them. They're going up this tube into the workshop, right in the escalator. Says, after you can convert its power into any kind of energy, doesn't that burn through a load of natural resources? And they're like, oh, I'm always looking into alternative fuels. Alright, so they're kind of like, okay, this is cool, but if it runs by burning stuff, like, aren't you going to run out of stuff to burn eventually? And Vegapunk's like, oh, that's why we're always looking for, alternative fuel sources. And then it says, if only there was such a thing as an eternal flame. Okay, eternal flame, maybe something to do with, the Maramara no Mi or something like that. He's like, then I'd be able to make my very own sun. And Franky's like, wait, what? A sun? And then they're like, Slide, what the? She's going right through the wall. Okay, so is it maybe another hologram door or something? And then, okay, all of a sudden, she's getting called Lilith. and says, "Hey, open up, Lilith-chan." Okay, so she went right through, but it looks like everyone else is kind of locked outside right now. It says, "Stop dilly-dallying and walk through. You should never let your senses dupe you." And they're like, "What is it, Edison?" Okay, Okay, who is Edison? And wait, am I supposed to know who? No, Edison is one of the copies, right? And they're like, "Okay, we passed through too." And then they're like, "Okay, wait, no way, turn back to solid metal again." Okay, so all this like weird technology, they're tripping out. You know, they're walking through doors. They got moving stairs, aka escalators. And it says, "Y'all can keep going on dead ahead." And they're like, "Oh, who's that?" So Sanji sees someone off in the distance right there. And they're like, "I'm Vegapunk Edison. Howdy, now just keep walking, like I said." We see Franky, we see Robin. They're both looking around right now. And okay, what is next panel? We see Nami over there, and she's like this, and she got, you know, her eyes are all big. So either she sees some money, or she sees some treasure, or something valuable. And okay, she's like, "Oh, let's look for some treasure right there." And then we see Usopp. Oi, he's like, "Future treasures like what? Like a flower made extremely out of exquisite antique gem." Okay, Nami's just thinking of like crazy grandiose treasure right here. And then all of a sudden we see future kick, whap, and she kicks him right in the gut right there. And then what do we got? Okay, Franky's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Okay. Oh, no. This is Seraphim Jimbei, not young Jimbei that we just saw outside, you know, when Bonnie used her powers right there. Alright, it says Jimbei. I don't think that's him. He doesn't look doesn't he look a little too young? Alright, so you know, they're used to old boss Jimbei, not young, tiny, you know, child Jimbei. And they're like, "Well, my first guess would be he's his son." But they're like, "Wait, but does Jimbei have any children right there? Maybe Jimbei was somehow turned into a kid." Nah, I'm going with option 3. It's a coincidence. All right, so Sanji, you know, he kind of feels something's not right. He's sensing, you know, no, that's not Jimbei. That's not Jimbei's son. Like something's off about this Fishman we're looking at right here. He's like, "I mean, the kid's got wings, although there's an ominous air about him." All right, so Seraphim, he's got, you know, the wings. He's got, maybe he'll be able to do Fishman Karate. You guys feeling maybe Fishman Karate for this Seraphim? You know, we saw the Mihawk one able to use like a Yoru copy and slice the mountain in half. So I would guess that this one would be able to do Fishman Karate. That would kind of be the advantage of I'm, you know, copying a young Fishman warlord. He's like, "Out with it. Who the heck are you?" And we just see ... Alright, what do we have next? It's like, he may look like a kid, but he's just as big as the real Jim. Okay, so even though he looks like a kid, he's still large as, you know, the regular size Jimbei right there. And then we see Franky. He's like, "Oh, damn. I feel like we got a bad 4th possibility coming up right here." And they're like, "Oh, shit. He's a pacifista right there." We just see the hand go up right there, getting ready to fire on them. And then all of a sudden, you just see the next panel, the huge explosion from where he shot. See everyone getting knocked to the ground right there, and he's just standing, just And then, okay, we see, and we see Usopp, he's freaking out. He's like, "What the hell? We fell into a giant trap. Should have known the government was never going to roll out the red carpet for us." Yeah, I mean, I think you guys let your guard down just a little bit because it's Vegapunk and it's all their future stuff. And they're like, "Wait, does that mean they're using a clone of Jimbei as a soldier?" Okay, and we see Nami looking like she's getting ready to attack. She got a climate attacked out. Alright, is Zeus gonna, you know, help bail her out right there? And she's like, "Wait, but he's still a kid. I don't really want to fight him." So Nami, you know, as heartless as Nami can be at times, there are certain things Nami doesn't like to do. She doesn't like hurting kids, you know, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden we see beep beep. that's what this Jimbei pacifista Seraphim said. Beep beep. And then all of a sudden just poof, just fell over right there. Like, what the hell? Oh no. Wait, what is this? It says dive. He didn't fall over. And they're like, "Wait. Oh shit, he's got devil fruit powers." Okay, it looks like what do you call it? Not Baby 5. Oh, guy dressed like a baby. I can't think of his name. Damn. Senor Pink. It looks like Senor Pink's devil fruit. Like he he dove into the ground and he's starting to swim right there. And we see Nami. She's like, wait, what the hell's going on? Should I pop out to help Nami? And she's like, no, not yet, Zeus. So she's trying to keep Zeus as her trump card right there. And then, okay, Franky right there. He's like, wait, I know that ability. And then we see him pop out right there and he grabs Nami. Oh, shit. And she's like, Jimbei. But that ain't Jimbei, so that ain't gonna help. And then, okay, pans in. We got a close view of his face right there. He's got like a star eye going on. And then, okay, next panel. You see Sanji's eye, but he looks pissed. He's like, oh, you put your hands on Nami Swan right there. And he's like, that's it. You just signed your own death warrant. I don't give a crap. He's like, I don't care if you look like Jimbei. You put your hands on Nami. Oh, gonna beat that ass. He's like, whether you're Jimbei or not, we just see him just start kicking the shit out of this pacifista. And yeah, it is pretty large. Wow, it is just as big as Jimbei right there. You really get a good sense of the size in that panel. And then, okay, what do we see next? Oh, Robin getting pissed too. We see her using Gigantofleur. And then she's like, what he said. And then, okay, we see all the arms. All of a sudden, she says, Sea Serpent. Unforgivable. So you know how Robin is about people hurting her friends. Like, her friends risked their lives to save her from, dying at the hand of the Navy. Now she's going to do whatever she can to protect her friends at all costs. And we just see Robin's hand just almost looking like, and we see Snapdragon Spank kind of reminded me of Luffy's attacks right there. We get all the hands heading towards them. And then, oh, damn, okay. I think he does know Fishman Karate. We see him picking up in Jimbei Seraphim's hand. We see him getting the liquid right there. And then he's coming in on the next panel right there. And they're like, get out of there, Robin. We see Usopp, pulling back, getting ready to defend her. And they're like, oh, so you can use Fishman Karate too. And then, okay, we see Usopp using his lethal green star and he fires away right there. Exploding grass. And it looks like, it hit him dead on right in the face. He's like, I know this isn't Jimbei, but this still feels messed up. And okay, now he's gone. Okay, so you guys said, I think he dove back underground. And all of a sudden, clutch! Right from behind him, he grabs, the Seraphim pops out of the ground and he grabs Usopp by the throat. He starts choking him. Okay, we see Sanji jumping in to save him right there. And then all of a sudden, okay, we got Franky now. He's getting in the mix. He's busting out his radical beam. He's got his hands up. He's all ready to go like that. He's like, watch it, Shark. Radical beam. Boom. And they're like, how? He just used a beam. Who in tarnations is this guy? Okay, so we see, who is this right here? Dr. Vegapunk Edison right there. Okay, so he's like, wait. How the hell did this pirate just use a laser beam? Who the hell is this guy? I reckon this is getting real risky. The Seraphim's still just a kid. We ain't meant to put it through a laser test till later. Okay, so I guess these Seraphims are grown because he's referring to it as, oh, it's still just a kid. As if it has the capacity, to get older, to get bigger, to get stronger. And if this thing is a freaking kid, as big as he is, like, does that mean he's gonna get bigger? Like, did they kind of solve the gigantification thing? Like, is he gonna grow into this big ass Seraphim? And then he's like, you said it. Alright. Okay, so they're both Vegapunks are sitting there kind of watching and going over the situation. Does he have the faintest idea how much one Seraphim costs? I'll rip his blasted skull. Okay, so they're getting pissed that, they're beating up on their Seraphim because they're like, you know how much this damn thing costs? But like, yo, your Seraphim is attacking us and you guys are just cool with it. Like, oh, hell no. He's like, don't you think that's a bit too evil? And then, okay, next panel, Edison has an idea. He's like, Eureka, light bulb. He's like, I've just thought up a new invention. What do we got? Okay, it says, at least I'll leave the rest to you, Pythagoras. Of course. Okay, so he's got to go jot down some blueprints right now. So what is he about to make? Is it have to do with kind of what he saw from Franky with his radical beam? And they're like, oh, my hands are always so full. At this point, I'd even take help from the cat. And we see the cat behind him chasing. Meow. And then we see, okay, big Dr. Pythagoras right there, wisdom. He's like, you don't come across battle data this rich every day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's get some input. All right, so it looks like he's putting something into like this big-ass computer type thing. And then we see Edison over there, and he's like, the ideas won't stop flowing. York, be a doll and eat something for me. Wait, what? Eat something for me. They're like, oh, sure thing. Munch, munch, munch. Delicious. Okay, and we see this fat little, thing over here. It says, bring seconds for Dr. York. Her current BMI is over 600. All right. Next, we have the Seraphim's attack patterns have continued to develop as it grows. Yeah, see? So it does grow. Like, this thing is going to grow. It's going to get stronger. It's going to get wiser, apparently, because its attack patterns are, growing with it. And, like, that suggests that one lineage factor really does store some of our recollections and capabilities. We should try and accelerate their growth, although that presents new obstacles. All right, so somehow they figured out using the lineage factor to copy the warlords, or, the Shishibukai, that, and they were able to, I guess, grow these seraphims, and either from a young age or maybe, in vitro or whatever, fit them with, the ability to lose lasers and stuff like that. He's like, okay. He's like, I really need the toilet. I'd go myself, but I can't afford to waste any time. And then all of a sudden we see flush. Grin. Okay, so they literally are doing, the other Edisons are doing this stuff, or not Edisons, the other Vegapunks are doing what Edison, he's like, oh, I need to do this. Someone else does it. And then, okay, we see it on the fat one. She's like, oh, that hit the spot. And it's like, gotta punch something to help the digest. And then it goes down and says, desire, Dr. Vegapunk York right there. And she's like, oh, so sleepy. She starts passing out right there. Almost kind of looks like Nami, but like a Vegapunk Nami. It says, Dr. York's on today's fourth snack dump nap cycle. Alright, it's like GTL, Gym Tan Laundry. We got snap, dump, and nap. Snack, dump, and nap. And he says, okay, what do we got next? He says, carry over all the materials Dr. Pythagoras needs. So they're just like, carting all these books off to him. He's got all these ideas after seeing, the battle with the Seraphim, maybe ways to upgrade them or make modifications if they're going to do another round. And then what do we got over here? He's like, I'm Dr. Vegapunk. Shaka. He's like, you must be the Straw Hat Pirates. Logic. All right. Punk Shaka. What do we have here? He's like, you must, that's us. What the hell did you do to our shoes? They're stuck to the floor. Okay, so, the shoes that they put on outside before they came in the laboratory, now I guess they're stuck. So maybe they engaged some kind of mechanism in them to make them magnetized. It says, Dom shoes can be magnetically disabled at any point while in the laboratory. So you're saying resistance is futile then. Okay, so they're kind of looking at him like, oh, okay, so you're locking us in place. We probably shouldn't resist, right? I know better than to let my guard down around pirates. Wait, we've already met two Vegapunks, that woman and the other one on the speaker. Yes, but I am also a Vegapunk. All right, so the Straw Hats don't know that, Vegapunk is, I guess, broken up into 6 people, or there's 6 versions of it, whatever. However we're describing Vegapunk these days, you know what I mean? But, and that's why everyone, all the confusion, like, oh, Robin's like, I haven't heard that Vegapunk's a man, but now we've met another Vegapunk. So, let's see what they got to say next. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention I'm Vegapunk too? So Usopp's like, hey, did I mention I'm a Vegapunk too? Which, all of Usopp's lies kind of come true. We got the, is he going to pass the torch, Vegapunk? And we see Franky's getting all pissed. He's like, yo, would you cut it out? And then he says, do you think this island looks like the future? And then you see Franky, he's like, hey! All smiles. And he's like, oh, it's beyond the future. I imagine him saying this, in his high-pitched, excited voice that he's got. He's like, just look at those mecha CBs. There's also Vegaforce 1 and the island Aircon 2. This is as futuristic as it gets. So Franky is like, he's just loving all this tech that he's seeing right here. He's like, I've never seen anything like this place before. For real, what kind of goodies are you making here? So he's all stoked to be in this laboratory. He's like, come on, let me go. I want to go explore. He's like, I want to take I want to take a full tour, take it all in. There's no way you and I wouldn't get along. So he's like, yo, you're an inventor, I'm an inventor, like, let's go on a tour, show me everything you got. Like, there's no way we ain't gonna be best friends. He's like, you feel me, Vegachan? Alright, what do we got right here? He's like, it's actually quite the contrary. This is an island. Yo, this is an island of the past. Is this like a former part of the ancient kingdom? You know, they were supposed to be all, you know, scientifically advanced and everything like that. And they're like, wait, huh? Franky's like, wait. He's like, not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology. A civilization from 900 years ago. Would you believe me? 900 years ago? Let's go. I want to ride it. All right, and it looks like we got Jimbei right there. And he's like, what the world was like. Yo, we're getting, like, are you serious? We are finally getting a glimpse back into, you know, possibly the Void Century and the Ancient Kingdom, like what they look like. And we see this massive, you know, warrior right there that's broken down and everything like that. Oh my god, we see Luffy running up to the top of it. Chopper's right there. So, okay, I'm just like, wait. What? Oh my god. So, what are you guys thinking? Is this, so this is clearly got to be part of the Ancient Kingdom, but do you think it's the actual Ancient Kingdom? And like the world government kind of just took it over when they defeated them, or... Oh man. And we still didn't see the damn, like, I want to see like Vegapunk's actual face, you know what I mean? Like the real Vegapunk, the #1 Vegapunk. Alright, so first things first, where's Cipher Pol at? How close are they? Are we about to reunite, like, you know, all the Strawhats? Are we about to get a history lesson? Are we about to get a flashback next chapter? What else we got going on? Oh, the conversation between Dragon and, you know, the main head Vegapunk. Like, what does he got to tell them? Are we going to see, like, their kind of backstory, their history? What are you guys feeling? Are they friends? Are they kind of just like, oh, I don't agree with what the world government does. You oppose the world government. So, you know, our interests kind of align. Or is there, you know, something more? Is there like a friendship or like a brotherhood that they're a part of? What does Vegapunk want to tell him? I mean, damn, there's so many things that are going on. We need to flashback, or not flashback, but, you know, go check back on Law and Blackbeard, see how that whole thing's going. Is Blackbeard going to come victorious and, you know, get the copies of Law's poneglyphs? Or is Law going to win, and is he going to find, you know, the last poneglyph that we don't know where it's at? Is it on, what is that, Fullmetal Island, the, you know, Blackbeard's pirate island or whatever? Does he already have one and he's keeping it on his island? Is that, you know, if that's the case, is that where we're going to get the clash? You know, what's going on with Shanks? He's after the One Piece. Does he already have all of the road poneglyphs, like from when he was with Roger's crew? You know, what else we got going on? What's up with Sabo? Did he die? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure my man is a Logia, so he should have survived that attack. But, you know, we also need to find out about that attack. Like, was that the same attack that I'm guessing took out God Valley back in the day? Is that the ancient weapon Uranus that we don't know anything about? Is it being controlled by Im-sama? You know, there's just... God, there's a lot going on. This was an excellent chapter, especially, you know, the very end of this chapter. Seeing remnants of what has to be the ancient kingdom 900 years ago. Remnants from 900 years ago. Like, Robin is probably going to lose her mind when she starts looking around and seeing all this stuff. But, hell yeah. I'm a little sad because that means we really are starting to head toward, like, really head towards that end game. But, man, it's going to be some excellent action-packed chapters coming up. Let me know what you guys thought about this chapter. Let me know if I missed anything, especially if I missed anything important. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon to be notified of all my future videos. Other than that, have a wonderful day. Make sure you go see One Piece Film Red if you haven't. Let me know how it is.